But first, right now, tonight at 5 o'clock, it is the day before Thanksgiving, and really the holiday has started. Your kids are home from school. College students are back across Kentuckiana. You are probably busy in the kitchen right now watching this newscast. We thank you for being with us. The roads, they've been busy all week long. I see some gaps in traffic there right now, Connie.
It's a live look of traffic in Louisville. It's not going to be the best weather, of course, to travel in, and Ben Pine joins us a little early now with the Thanksgiving forecast. And Ben, we were looking, that traffic looks pretty good out there.
Yeah, and I had to stop in the grocery store earlier this morning. I was a little frightened by that, but it actually wasn't too bad. The roads aren't too bad either. There you can see traffic moving just fine all through Spaghetti Junction. We do have a little bit of light rain in spots and some sprinkles, and that will make the roads more and more damp as we head through the evening time. So just don't be in too much a rush tonight, as the roads could get just a little bit slick out there. Mid to upper 40s are current temperatures with our live look at cloudy conditions with our Bachman Auto Group cam from on top of the Galt House. Our UL camera network, temperatures in the mid to upper 40s through all of the area. A lot of this hasn't been touching the ground, or just a very little of it, so just some sprinkles in spots so far. And as we look out to the west, there is some more rain that's going to be spreading our way. Regional travel looks drier down towards Nashville, and once you make it up towards Chicago, fairly wet east and west for tonight on Interstate 64. Looking ahead on Futurecast, we'll see that rain becoming more widespread across the region, most of it on the light side with temperatures steady in the 40s, maybe a couple flurries overnight in southern Indiana. Then notice by sunrise we're drying out. Left with some clouds, a little drizzle, a little bit gray and gloomy out there for our Thanksgiving, with high temperatures topping out in the mid 40s. So overnight lows in the upper 30s with that chilly rain, 43 at noon tomorrow. Your Thanksgiving Day forecast high at 45 degrees. Now right after Thanksgiving, those temperatures will be crashing across the area. We're going to show you how cold and for how long it's going to be cold coming up.
I just heard some sort of explosion outside my house. I thought a car hit the house.
Like, it may not be an emergency to us, but it may be an emergency somewhere else. This is a very large boom. It sounded like an explosion. We both thought that somebody hit our houses with a car.
Do you know where on Payne Street? The only reason why I ask is because my brother lives on Payne Street. I'm 75. My brain's a little fluffered.
There you have it. We are hearing for the first time the 911 calls that were coming in 15 days ago, telling the story of fear and confusion in the moments after the Givaudan plant explosion in the Clifton neighborhood.
And as you heard, many people felt their houses shake, some thinking a car had even hit their homes, others concerned for family and friends who live on Payne Street. And now a second lawsuit has been filed against the company.
The explosion happened again 15 days ago after a tank overheated inside the plant. WHAS11's Ian Hardwitt is joining us here now at 5 with the details of this new legal action against the company. Probably one of many to come there, Ian.
That's what attorney Tad Thomas, who filed that lawsuit, says, that people are worried about more than the shattered glass. The toll from this explosion affected many neighbors in ways that can go entirely unseen.
Oh, a factory went off and all our windows busted out of the house. It put a little crack in my ceiling, and there's a very strong gas smell.
2 weeks after the emergency calls rolled in when the Givaudan plant in Clifton exploded, confusion continues as neighbors worry about what sort of permanent damage has been done.
Plants don't blow up in the middle of neighborhoods. The fight is going to be over is what are they entitled to over and above, the cost of fixing a window.
Tad Thomas represents 2 Payne Street homeowners, one worried about the structural integrity of their home after Givaudan's plant blew up, the other re-experiencing PTSD. The suit accuses the company of negligence over the explosion of pressure cooker number 6, which authorities say overheated and blew up.
What's the proof that cooker 6 was either ignored or mishandled?
So that's what we're going to get into. One of the reasons for filing the lawsuit is to give us access to what they knew and when they knew it.
Thomas expects that lawsuit to combine with others that have already been filed and more that are waiting to be filed. Randy Crumley is one of those people waiting to file. He was home when the plant explosion sent a metal beam through his side window.
There's nothing down there. We already checked these drawers.
He came back just to pick over the remains of his apartment, Just before the blast, he was headed toward the computer near his back window that caved in.
And look for jobs and do that stuff and then get on out the door because I had to go to the hospital because my dad was in the hospital and had a seizure. I had to go pick up my mom because she can't really drive in downtown Louisville.
Driving's a problem for him now. Blast investigators told him not to touch his vehicle, which he worries insurance won't pay enough money out for.
It had low miles. I took care of it. I fixed everything that was wrong with it.
A utility pole collapsed, landing on the car, but now he's struggling with something you can't see.
I'm a 40-year-old man out here, and I'm scared of thunder now. You know what I mean? Anytime I hear a loud noise, every time I've heard a loud noise, a day has not gone by where I haven't ducked for cover because I thought it was happening again.
Taking off with the rack his clothes were drying on when the blast happened, Crumley's figuring out how to put his life together again after losing his home. In Louisville, Ian Hardwick, WHAS11, on your side.
Now, we asked a Givaudan spokesperson about these allegations, but haven't received a response here on the day before Thanksgiving. Live in studio, Ian Hardwick.
Ian, thank you. Back to the first lawsuit against Givaudan for the November 12th explosion. It was filed by a delivery driver. Charles Fowler is accusing the company of negligence in the blast, which he says triggered PTSD symptoms in him that he first developed while he was serving in Iraq. Attorneys have also opened the suit as a class action lawsuit, which will allow anyone else impacted to join that lawsuit. Moving on here, a woman has been indicted in Nelson County after investigators say she was running an illegal daycare.
And Caitlin Rogers was arrested November 21st after a months-long investigation by the Nelson County Sheriff's Office. And that investigation finds that between February and May of this year, Rogers was running an unlicensed daycare. Investigators found evidence that she manipulated a woman to work for her without pay, using threats and intimidation. Sheriff's deputies say Rogers was threatening another woman to provide child care services for free with the threat of kicking her and her child out of the house.
And she's facing a human trafficking charge for the alleged coercion. Rogers is also accused of abusing a child younger than the age of 12, then allegedly offering video footage and deleting texts to cover it up. The Sheriff's Department was originally tipped off about potential child abuse, but during a 4-month-long investigation, Detective Brandon Teeter uncovered even more wrongdoing.
The tampering with a witness and the human trafficking have to do with a witness that was involved where she was manipulating and telling this person to say certain things to law enforcement and to conceal the truth when being questioned by us.
Rogers is scheduled to be in court Tuesday. The Sheriff's Office is asking any other parents with information to please contact them. Well, a new historic landmark could be designated here in Louisville. More than 250 people signed a petition to designate the old Urban Government Center in the Highlands as a landmark now. The center is on Barrett Avenue, Breckenridge, and Vine Streets. The old building is the original 1924 Kentucky Baptist Hospital campus. And the green space was designed by the Olmsted landscape firm. It's now up to the Landmarks Commission to hear the proposal and make a decision. The Government Center has been mired in controversy, though, for years over its development. A developer has been chosen and plans to demolish most of the property, but no work on that has started. And on this Thanksgiving Eve, the Beachmont Community Center held a Friendsgiving for anyone who wanted to stop by and share a delicious holiday meal. All the traditional Thanksgiving foods were there: turkey, gravy, pumpkin pie. The Community Center says it was all about giving a space this holiday season to those who might not have one to go to.
I've just always loved making people smile, giving people a place where they feel at home. And a lot of people may not have family around, or they may live far away from them, and this gives them a second place to come and really celebrate the holidays.
The Beachmont Community Center says at the beginning of next year, they'll be putting on a Cultures of Beachmont event where residents can come out and bring a dish from their community to share.
And take a look, this line says it all. Families are worried about grocery prices more than ever. This turkey giveaway, organized by Louisville Metro Council member Tammy Hawkins and Ramsey's Recipe, had a line down the block last night. Organizers say people were in line an hour and a half before the giveaway even started. So many showed up that they ran out of food an hour in. Everyone in line got a voucher for a turkey and all the sides for a Thanksgiving meal. Hawkins told us she was overwhelmed by the turnout.
I'm filled with joy. I was able to put so many smiles on so many people's faces that, you know, I know that I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. It means a lot to me.
They ended up also giving out 100 vouchers.
Wow, what a line that was, huh? Well, money is top of mind for many folks in the U.S.
Grocery stores are packed with people shopping for Thanksgiving dinner. So how does the price to put together the meal really compare to last year? Brandon Lewis verifies whether you can expect your wallet to be less stuffed this year.
Every year, it feels like we spend more and more to put together a full Thanksgiving spread. But some people on social media claim it's actually a little cheaper this year than last. Is that true? Let's verify. Our sources are the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the American Farm Bureau Federation, and retail data collection firm Data Assembly. The Farm Bureau calculates the average cost of a classic feast for 10. This year, it's a little more than $58, 5% less than 2023, and marks the second straight year of cheaper prices. So what changed? The turkey makes up almost half the cost, and in 2022, bird flu sent prices sky high, but they've dropped over the past 2 years. The cost of vegetables, pie crust, and milk are also less than last year, although dinner rolls, stuffing, and cranberries are higher. Price surveys from Data Assembly and an analysis of USDA and BLS data show when everything is totaled, yes, the cost of a typical Thanksgiving dinner is cheaper than last year. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.